Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to another episode of Lack of Focus. I am your host, Ed Horn, and alongside me tonight, only just the two of us. Once again, just the two of us. One, Mr. Chris Sheriff. How's it going, my friend?
Good, good, thanks, Ed. I always like it when it's just you and I.
Well, especially tonight, we're actually just going to play a game tonight. That's how it's going to work. So we are a little short-handed. Chad is still in recovery, and Sean unfortunately had to bail on us. So we are recording this in the unlikely event that we won't be able to record a full show this week. So you may or may not get this as the show or not. But tonight we're going to be playing some X-Wing and talking X-Wing while we're playing X-Wing. So that's kind of the basis of the show tonight. I don't know that we have any main topics. I think we're just going to shoot the shit about X-Wing.
Yeah, well, I had a couple of topics that I wanted to talk about, but I'll probably try and save the meat of those for like when we've got Sean and Chad, hopefully.
Yeah, no, I
Um,
agree.
but if not, we've got some stuff to talk about. Like I've been painting X-wing stuff this week. I painted dial covers for the first time,
Ooh.
so I'm gonna
How did
try
that
running
go?
that.
I've seen so many guys that have done good jobs on dial covers, and it really does. It makes them pop. It makes them look really cool, and I'm sort of super jealous, I have to admit.
Um, it was It was just about as well, it was easier than I expected it to be. It was more about like color choices and layout and things. So I think I posted them up on well, definitely on Dice Hate's Facebook page and my Instagram. I can't remember if I posted them on Lack of Focus, but I'll make sure we're up on that Facebook page as well for you to have a
Yeah, it'd
look
be
at.
nice so everyone can kind of see them.
But I did a black one dial, a Lulo Lampara dial, a Taliesin Lintra dial, and a generic um, Z2 A-wing dial.
Now,
So
did you do them each different individual paint schemes?
yeah, so black one I did in like the black and orange.
Oh, that's cool.
The A-wing, generic A-wing I did so it's like blue and grey with the two red stripes to match the A-wing model that they did. Tally's dial, it turns out that she flies the same blue A-wing that is in the pack, so I did it off her helmet colour.
Oh, cool.
And then Lulo flies the like your Resistance A-wing in this game, but the colour scheme's reversed. So it's a white stripe down the middle with red on either side. So I
Oh,
did a dial
nice.
to try and match that.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
repainted an A-wing as well.
I
So
was just going to ask that question. So, does the ship match the dial?
it does, yeah.
Excellent. That's awesome. So you've been able to take care of that little problem of someone accidentally grabbing the wrong dial by customizing your dial so that it's clear that that is my dial and not yours.
We'll see. We'll see.
Are you planning on an event for that, or is it just the you want to try something new?
Um, it was basically after going through. So, shall we start deploying rocks and stuff, and we can?
Oh, I
I'm
guess.
cognizant that we can like start the timer and do all of this all in
Oh, that's right.
one
I'm.
good go.
We should probably talk about the list real quick because obviously
Yeah.
you talked about your list. Do you want to go into complete detail on your list on what upgrades are on it?
Oh yeah. So it's kind of something a bit weird because I'm waiting for the resistance transport to come out before I get into what I want to be my competitive list.
The half a B
So
wing
yeah.
with a little shuttle.
So I've got a 75 point Poe Dameron. I wanted to sit around about that point level, but I'm running heroic R2 integrated S files and Black One title.
That's the
So
generic too, just for the record.
yeah, so it's relatively lean upgrade wise, but still drops in at 75 points. Then Lulo has got heroic and crackshot. Tally has got heroic and crackshot, and then I have Zari Bangel, who has squad leader and heroic. So I'm mocking myself somewhat by putting heroic on everything because I think that's a bad choice. But hey ho,
But why not?
Ed made me do it.
You did ask. I'm like, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, yeah, it'll be
uh,
fun.
so my list is the list that we discussed last week. I've been super interested in this list. I actually went ahead and watched. It's the Fathan list that actually won the UK. It wasn't
A
hyper. That
system
wasn't a hyper.
open.
That was a system open.
Yeah,
Thank you. And I actually watched Jake's game, and I'm like, ooh, this totally reminds me of what it was like to play X-Wing
you're doing what I
1.0.
did. You watched Jack's game, Flying Handbrake.
Yes. Well, I did watch Nathan Ides game too. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna lie. I watched both versions of the list, and while I liked Nathan's play, and I saw him play in two 2 rounds of that event. This one I felt was the stronger of the list now that it is considered that you can use Kanan and inertial dampener kind of all in one the way that it works
Yeah.
now. So you're right. This is a bit of a finesse list, but I'm sort of used to flying finesse lists. So I'm going to play you. I'm going to lose anyway, but at least I'm going to get some fun with it. The idea, of course, is that I have a game scheduled with Chad Smart at the game store. I'm getting him out of the game store, and I'm dragging myself out of the house too, which is going to be nice. So I actually been able to play this on the table, so it's going to be nice to get a game in of a little bit of experience before I show up and have Chad kick my teeth in.
Well, I'm looking forward to you shooting all my A-wings with perfect information, and hopefully I can. I don't know. I've not really got a plan. I'm gonna fly at you and try and pressure Han to make you make mistakes. See what
That's
happens.
probably what's going to happen. So for the full list, of course, Han has Trick Shot. He has Luke Skywalker Gunner, R2D2 crew, Kanan Jarrus crew. He does have engine upgrade with inertial dampeners. And then you have Jake. I'll just pass that focus token Pharrell with lone wolf and outmaneuver. I'm sorry, we had a joke off camera. There was this cool one in the X-Wing Dank memes Facebook thread where it was a Rick and Morty thing. Like it was the robot coming up to Rick saying, "What's my purpose?" And it's Jake, and he's like, "You just pass focus tokens. That's it. That's all you do."
Yeah.
So that's the list. So I'm at 185. You're at 190 ish.
196 ish. Yeah.
So I think I'd like to know where Poe's going to go. So you may go ahead and go first.
Oh, thanks, man.
I thought you.
What
I'm
a
trying to be a
guy.
gentleman here.
So I'm gonna try and do something a little bit different here. Knowing how Han works, I don't want to let you get a nice cloud of rocks in the middle and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
I'm
a
gonna
nice
take
big.
the take a big one and drop it in my one of my corners, 2 and 2.
Yeah, that was sort of my strategy to kind of just make sure. Because again, it's interesting. That's going to be the one thing for me to kind of remember. I'm set with mine, is that Han's ability only triggers when he is within range one of a rock. So you have to be able to maintain that.
Yeah. So I can't stop you from getting a rock around the middle of the table. But what I don't want to try and do is let you dictate where the entire engagement is going to happen. So we'll see. So I've 2 and 2 both of mine in my own corners, and
Yep.
then there's another big rock that you've put just off center towards the middle of the table.
Yeah. So I'm just going to try to continue to build the old asteroid wall between those. I think what it's going to do is it's going to force me to put that engagement on your side of the board.
Yeah, that's good. So rangefinder on this one. See if I can actually drop it in.
And if you're only catching this on audio, I
Yeah,
highly
that's
recommend.
why I'm trying to be descriptive just in case.
Yeah,
Once
and
we're
I
actually
got to keep.
into a game, we will have like non just game related content to talk about.
Yeah.
So uh,
The official title of what this episode was supposed to be was "So Long and Thanks for All the Wookiees," because of course Peter Mayhew had passed away over right before Star Wars Day, May the 4th. It was like 2 days before we had learned that he had passed away. What's the range for the rocks again?
range one.
No, I
I'll
know the
do it.
range of it.
Control L.
Thank you. It's not the range. I want to know
No,
the,
I get
the
it.
keystroke for it.
Yeah, no, I figured that out. So what you probably want to do, Ed? Yeah, you want to pull it back a little bit, maybe
Yep.
even go as far as to almost two and a half it, because that'll give you. You want as many different positions for hand to catch range one of a rock.
Right. So I think I like it where it
Yeah,
is here. What I'm afraid of, so we'll walk it through. If I walk it back here, that's range 3.
yeah.
You see what
So
I
your
mean?
base, if you're at range 2 of that current rock,
Oh, that's a
you
good
won't be
point.
at range 1 of either of the other two. So you'll
Right.
need to go a little bit tight, a little bit looser. So at two and a half should give you everything apart from your bottom right corner should be range 1 of a rock for hand.
Yep. Like right
Unless you
around
like
there.
go around the gutters, obviously.
Yeah, which is not going to be my plan. Only telegraphing that to you. So, all right. Control L it is. So I have
I've
a
got a
4.
3.
Yeah, I have a 4. You have a 2 as well.
No, I've got a 3. Zari is a 3. Tally and Lulo are 5s, and then Poe's a 6. So it's my 3, 4, the rest of my list.
Mm-hmm.
So
But anyway, as I was saying, so of course, Peter Ray, who passed away, that makes three of the main cast members of the original Star Wars have now moved on. We have lost other members of the cast. The guy that did Admiral Akbar's voice passed away. The guy that did Nia Num's voice passed away. And I'm trying to think if there's someone tried to tell me it was like they thought that Wedge Antilles had passed away. I'm like, I don't think
No, I
he's
don't
dead
think so.
because he's Ewan McGregor's uncle.
Uncle, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Alright, so I'm set with my three.
So I think I'm gonna take and reposition old. Oh wait, I have to go Jake first.
Yeah. If you want to drop hand down before my fives and six, I don't mind.
No, no, I don't think I'm gonna be doing that. I think I'm gonna swing down right here, dead center table. So basically, I'm a little. If you were looking at the table, I'm a little bit right of center, just about an inch or two right of center. And I'm
Just
basically staring at that big fat potato of a rock.
aiming for a rock seems
Mm-hmm.
legit. I've got no idea how I want to approach fighting this list now. So what I'm expecting Ed to do is to keep Han relatively close to Jake in the center, and like there's a nice diagonal little channel. So he's probably going to try and swing up there or scoot around like his left side of the table, which if you're watching would be like the top of the Vassal map. So I'm gonna go for like a spread out more to my right hand flank. I've not refused any part of the table, but I'm gonna do like a battle line and see where hand goes.
So I'm gonna try to corner him in. I'm gonna try to, because you can still touch the back of the board and kind of like this, correct? That is still legal.
Yes.
As long as his base is as far back as I can get it, he's still kind of in there.
Yeah, I'm happy with that, man. It's fine.
Okay.
As long as you're happy.
I'm happy if you're happy.
We'll get rid of that. And then we'll go to dials, I suppose.
Ho, ho, ho.
Well, I suppose I'll start with timer, since we made one. So I've done
Timer
a 90-minute timer.
Yeah, because we are paying on Vassal. We're going to try to.
Yeah. And it gives us time to talk about stuff. So, suppose I should open with my May the 4th. I ran our hyperspace trial.
Oh yeah, that did happen.
Yeah, so we got what was it? We got 40 players, which is one player short of having to do 6 rounds of Swiss. And then 2 of them used a buy, which would mean that you'd add an extra player. So I just said no. I said at the start of the event, so I'm going to go against what it says here and just blatantly ignore, because it will be 41 players, which means that if you do 6 rounds, you run the potential to actually not have a clean cut.
Oh no.
Whereas in by only doing 5, you have a potential to not have a clear first place, but the cut would be clean, and all I care about is the cut.
Yeah,
so
and you want to make sure that it's nice and clear.
Yeah, so that's why I made that decision. No, I said I gave people the opportunity to complain about it. Nobody did. I'm just cheating here. Sorry.
That's okay. Now, did you say that there were 41 players that signed up?
There were 40, but because 2 of them used a buy, you add in
gotcha.
You add in half a player per buy.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that was interesting. But yeah, it was fine. I wasn't overly worried about it. It went really well. I had all evening Thursday evening was when the lists had to be in. I'm set, by the way.
I am set.
Yeah, so all evening on the Thursday evening, I was entering. I rebuilt every list that had been submitted Uh, so Zari is doing a 5 forwards.
Wee!
Yeah. And then he will focus and
I'm gonna
he
try to move
will,
my mic. I'm gonna mic mute for a second here
yeah,
because
and he'll boost as well, which will stress him.
my mic was getting in the way of my view of the screen.
I
But
can't see my keyboard when I'm picking my moves and stuff, but it's fine. So that was Zari. So yeah, Jake. Uh,
and that's Control S, correct?
I forgot.
Yep,
um,
Control S it is.
yeah. So yeah, so I built all of the lists. Even if it's submitted it in the official FFG app, I rebuilt it myself just to confirm everything, and everyone had the same like update, and all the hyperspace font was correct. I had to contact a couple of people just to, are you sure you meant stealth device here when all of your others have got shield upgrades? Because it's the same points and begins with the same letter and drops in the same slot. So a couple of things like that where I tried to make sure that people were building the lists properly. Making sure people had configurations that forgot to put configurations on.
I basically, with my middle of the board, Jake, basically two hearted him to the left and boosted him and gave himself a focus.
Yeah, pretty much what I expected, but it's not going to stop me from being super aggressive. So tally next, would you say it was Control S?
Control S, yes,
Yeah,
sir.
so I have 5 straight. And then we will focus into a. Do I try the banked boost around this rock?
You might make that.
I'm going to try it because honestly, I don't care if it fails or not. Yeah,
Nope.
so that fails. Stressed anyway. Evie's still not asleep, which is going to be fun.
Potentially problematic.
Oh, we'll be fine.
Oh yeah, no, she'll be fine.
Yeah, fun. So we will um, we'll focus, and then I will. How does this work? I can only boost. Um, I think I will let my offense suffer and just sit it like that. Obviously, Lulo is the one where if I stress myself, get an extra attack die.
Mm-hmm.
Then my pull moves first, so my S files are currently closed, and I will. I'll open them. Paul is going to. I don't think you're being super aggressive here. I don't think you're going to come in with Han. I think you're going to turn into Jake, to be honest.
Maybe.
So I'm just going to focus.
You know me all too well, Chris.
That's turning that down so I can still just see if Evie's like crying.
That's it.
Yeah, so my plan was to try and cast a big net in case she flew towards me, but not like overextend anyone horribly.
I'm trying to do. I don't think his action at this juncture actually means anything. Um, I will go ahead and technically toss the focus down on him, but I don't think it matters. So
Yeah.
he's not. I debated maybe potentially doing the boost to get him right beside Jake to give me, but I think that's going to put me in too tight of a position. I want a little bit more wiggle room.
The boost would probably bump.
Probably.
Yeah, because I think you're on the large base. Yeah. The only
So
thing I might have considered would have been rotating your arc earlier, but luckily you've got Luke, so you can do that at the start of the engagement phase.
yeah, it
So
doesn't matter.
yeah. So yeah, that was my Thursday. Friday, I entered all the people into Cryodex and like got all the tables set up and everything. Uh, did you want to rotate or check range or anything like that?
Weak. I don't want to
I'm happy
rotate.
to not to, but I'm just giving you the opportunity, you know.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Which one is the how do I rotate arc? Da, 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 da. Double turret options can Alt Shift D. Didn't do it.
Alt M,
Alt
rotate.
M.
Yeah, looks like it will do it.
That's what we're looking for.
Yeah,
So technically, I have to flip my force token, and
it
then I'll
comes
flip it
back.
back.
Yeah.
And it comes right back. Okay. Cool. All right. Back to dials.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
So I think this should work. Yeah, so Friday night was an admin night as well. And then I was there from 20 past 8 on Saturday until 20 past 1 in the morning as the solo TO.
For 40 players, it ran that long.
5 rounds of Swiss, top 8 cut. I
Yep.
did 9 a.m. player meet, 9:30 round 1 pairings. We did an hour break for lunch. Then every round of a cut, I asked the players if they wanted to break or not, with the option to come back on the next day if they wanted to.
And they decided they wanted to do it all in the same day.
Oh, we had people who travelled specifically because it was a 1 day event. So
Yeah, I get that.
okay.
All right.
So I'm gonna continue my overly aggressive play here, I think. Because I definitely want to try to catch something early. Okay. Yeah, I think we're happy with that.
Trying to figure out what I want to do with old Han here.
Yeah, it's okay. You think I'll fill time. So, yeah. The main things I actually, because some of the stuff I wanted to talk about on the show was my choices as a TO, and like I say, for a start, stating that I was going to ignore the fact that 2 players had used a buy when we did the number of rounds, because I felt that it was going to be a better event to have a clean cut than to care who won in the Swiss. As it turned out, in the Swiss, it was irrelevant because the per downed player lost, so we had a clean winner and a clean cut anyway. So that worked out really well. One player did drop because we had snow hit off the Rockies, so one of the guys wanted to
Ooh,
set
you
off
had
and
snow?
yeah, it wasn't as bad as a week before. It was pretty bad. The worst I've had it in Canada since I moved here, driving back. But it's because we switched out our winter tires, obviously, like a couple of weeks beforehand. Um, so I I live in some hills on a valley, so I have to go down a big hill and then come back up a big hill. Going down the hill, I was just like skidding onto the wrong side of the road with cars coming towards me. We were all doing 30 kilometers an hour, so like 20 mile an hour.
Jeez.
But
Jesus.
there was nothing I could do. I wasn't. The reason that I skidded was because the people in front of me decided like they were all pumping the brakes. I'd left more than enough distance to not hit them, but as I started pumping my brakes, the wheels just lost traction. Nothing to like overly worry about, but still the worst it's been for me. So
And you made it out alive.
Yeah, I was pretty stressed and annoyed, but hey ho. So Zari is probably going to hit this rock, so I'm bad at the game. Yes, yes.
Yay!
Get, no, I don't want to add a hit. That would be terrible.
Could you not do that? That'd be great.
Roll one die. Yes, safe.
Yay!
Nothing
Good.
bad ever happens to me, Ed. Okay, so that was Zari wasting my ship count.
Okay, so that is. I need to put the dice in a different place because I can't see them when they. I tried keeping them on the map, and every
I've
time I
just
click
put
the
them
map,
over the chat window. That's where I've put
yep,
them
that's
because
exactly what I'm doing.
we're playing on voice comms, so it doesn't really matter.
That's true. All right, so Jake wasn't sure if a 3 would make it, and it probably wouldn't have.
It was cool. I think you would. It might, if it had hit, it would have been on nubs, but
Yeah, but I needed him to be able to barrel roll.
so you could pass the focus.
Exactly. So we're going to go right back as far as possible, and I'm going to pass that old focus token on to Han.
Yep. Okay. And then,
It's your only purpose in life, Jake.
okay, so we'll do tally next. And
You know the one bank won't make it.
I know one bank won't make it. The four straight will, however. I'm going to focus and then I'm going to commit suicide into Han. Suicide by Han seems like a good move.
Do I do that, or do I do the untokened one that is on the rock?
No, it's fine. It's fine. So, like I said, I'm trying to get past these four rocks to limit the amount of rerolls Han's going to be getting if you want to stay fighting me.
No, I understand. I know where you're going.
Yeah. So we will next. Oh, look at that. 5 forwards. Lulo will target lock Jake,
Of course.
and then Lulo will boost, which stresses me, which makes me a steely-eyed killer.
Ha ha ha. You scary bastard, you.
I try. Paul is going to keep the S files closed, open, sorry, and um, I have two options. I've got you in arc, so I think I'll keep my current position. I'll take the focus and then I'll try a target lock. It will
Yep, you
take a
got me.
target lock on Jake, which spends his charge and stresses him.
On Jake or on Han?
On Jake.
Oh, okay, because you put a target lock for Poe on Han.
Sorry, I just dropped it early.
Oh, okay.
How do I turn that off again? I'm set, mate. If you want to do hand stuff, I figure out how to turn this
Sure.
off.
Take my focus token with me. I think I'm still in arc, so I am going to do the boost to the right.
Remember, Zari's on a rock.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
I want to try to get into closer range because I'm not close enough to the rock. I want to make sure I get. I'm
Oh, right.
thinking.
Sorry, I get you. I get you.
What I'm thinking is when he banks in here, I might get close enough to get attempted a range one shot.
Right.
I'm probably
understand.
wrong, but so that is going to be a bank right. That was the
You
wrong
mean
one.
left?
Yeah, I meant left. I thought it was. How do you do the undo? There's the undo.
Yeah.
I went that way. Template left bank. Take my focus token with me. All right, cool.
Yeah. Fun.
So Poe shoots first, unfortunately, in this scenario.
Yep. So Paul is going to take range 3 at Jake. 3 dice. Oh, would you look at that? First shot of the game. I'm not going to spend my lock egg, Ed. I'm going to trigger heroic.
Okay. So you get to reroll what, 2 of them?
All
Or
3.
all of them? All
Yeah.
3. Look at that. Heroic kicks in.
Yeah.
They're all going to be
shot
hits.
of the game.
Hit,
Well,
hit,
hit focus, so I will spend my focus.
All right.
3 hits onto Jake. Get wrecked,
Range
Jake.
3, he's going to go ahead with 4 dice. And only roll 1 evade.
Yeah,
so he's going to lose both
Jake.
shields. How do we lose shields again? Set stats. Decrease shields is Alt Control S.
I remember you've got Lone Wolf on him as well.
Oh, that's right. So I can reroll 1 of those dice.
Yeah.
So we're going to reroll. Woo! I made an evade.
I'll give you a shield back then.
Thank you very much. There's 1 shield. It's okay. You've got more shots coming.
Yeah. I know.
How do you do the range again? It's
was can't remember. Sure, firing arcs. No, I'm so bad at this. Arcs. Firing arc options is Control Shift F.
Control Shift F.
That's obviously wrong. Okay, let's have a look.
I know it's in arc. The question becomes, what range?
There we go. So it's range 2.
Range 2? All right, so I didn't get it. What did you hit for that, by the way?
That was show firing arcs is Alt F.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna roll 3 dice into the into Zuri.
Yeah. Please don't die.
Ugh! What's this? The first dice rolls of the game are all blanks. I can't even Han that, and I can't even force token that, and I have nothing else I can do to correct that.
Oh, Zari's feeling pretty happy with that. I'll roll my evade dice anyway.
That's dumb. That always, like, right there on the rock. No
you know
reason.
What? You know what, Ed? If Han was heroic, that wouldn't have happened.
I know.
But Han's
Instead,
not
I'm a trick
heroic.
shot.
Yeah. Okay.
So what that means is I'm going to sacrifice Jake for nothing.
Hopefully. Tally should have Jake.
Tally should have Jake at
range 3 unobstructed.
Range 3? Really? Ooh. I thought that would have been obstructed. But what do I know?
That's why Vassal does everything for us.
Mm-hmm.
So a mighty 2 dice attack.
It's okay. I'll miss.
I'll spend my focus for 2 hits.
Sure. I'll roll my 4 dice.
Whoa!
Addies? All right, this tells you how long I've been out of it. Where did that originate from?
I think it's probably from Gold Squadron's stream. Most X-Wing memes come from there.
Makes sense. Love you, Dan.
Then we have Lilo. Or Lulo. I think it's range 1.
Has to be range 1.
Range 1.
Range 1.
Crack shot is active.
Mm-hmm.
4 dice target lock. I'm going to spend my lock.
Mm-hmm.
So reroll.
2 hits, 2 blanks on the base roll.
Yeah.
Another blank. Yay. Another hit.
So 3 hits.
Okay, so control 3. And I can
only
use
Lone Wolf. Shot that.
I was going to say, I can only use Lone Wolf once.
Yes.
And Jake's dead.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I sacrificed Jake to roll blanks on Zuri.
Yay.
So that's 2 damage dropped onto Jake. See what I mean? I told you this game's going to be quick. We'll just do a regular show after this. So it's Han versus the world.
Well, it's what we expected.
I wasn't expecting it this soon.
When you barrel rolled, obviously I knew that I dialed in the 5 straight with Lulo. And yeah. The only thing I was worried about was if you turned Jake at the start and I brought everyone into me, but I think that's how you have to play this. You've just got to fly straight at Jake as quick as you can, because I've now got a 47-point lead.
That you do.
So it kind of puts the pressure on, and I'm going to struggle to kill Johan, but I now don't have to. So we'll see.
All right. Well, that definitely changes the game plan quite a bit.
Well, yeah, Johan still does what he does.
He still does what he does. You're right. But it's basically one ship versus your entire 200-point list.
Yeah. What do I want to do here? I'm going to try that because it might be funny. The dials on these things are so good, by the way.
On the A-Wings?
Yes.
Yes.
It's so good. It's just cheating, Ed. I honestly feel like I am cheating you.
Everything on that dial is green that you want to do. I'm sorry, blue.
Okay, do that there. So, Zari is good.
I have a feeling that's the last time I'm going to see her for a bit.
Well, you know, if you've not done it, if you'd have done one shield, then I would have ran, but I don't need to yet. Okay, we'll do that. That seems like it might work.
That seems like a good idea. Did you see the It Chapter 2 trailer drop today?
So I don't know if I've probably mentioned this to you before, but I'm a giant girl and hey, sorry.
No, you were right the first time.
I'm a giant girl's blues, and just a coward and don't like scary films.
Really?
Yeah, I can do them, but I haven't watched. So it's not the type of film I go and watch at the cinema in case I got scared and didn't enjoy it.
Gotcha.
So as an
My
example,
9-year-old son's super excited, and I'll let him know that you.
well, as an example, I got cringy and like uncomfortable watching stuff like Prometheus, which isn't. It's like more.
Really?
So I have history with the Aliens franchise anyway.
As do I.
Because so I must have been like a 6 or 7 year old child, and my mum gave me the option of sitting watching Aliens or going in my bedroom and just listening to it in the dark with my door open.
That's actually worse.
Yeah. So,
I assume that's the option you took.
No, I chose to watch it because just listening to it would be worse. So what am I looking at?
Did you see Aliens first before you saw Alien?
Yeah, I've only seen Alien once, all the way from start to finish. Because again, I can't.
Oh yeah, no, that one by far
of
all of them, that is clearly the scariest of all of them. You're rotating your arc.
Yeah, was that Alt M? Oh,
I thought it was Alt M. I thought you can only do that
Alt
front or
yeah.
rear. Good sir.
Yeah. I know. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So my entire list goes before you.
Yes.
So he is focused and pointing his butt gun at you.
Pointing the butt gunner at me.
Yeah. Tally will. This is probably a mistake, but I'm going to take my focus and then boost around. I do not know why I'm trying to put pressure on you here. Because all I'm going to do is give you like a range one shot of your choosing and a chance to 100 to 0 one of my A-Wings. For no reason. Lulo. We'll focus.
Yeah, but you've got the focus token. You've got heroic.
I know, but that's all I'm not going to kill you. So But I'm just trying to point all my guns at you, to be honest.
It's probably a good strategy.
Clears his stress. So Paul might be a little bit more restrained. Where are you going, in fact? In fact, I don't need to read any shield. You're not showing yet. So I literally round 2. We'll just take a focus with Paul as well. Clear his stress, open the dial up.
Yep. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
I did debate doing the inertial dampers, but when I realized that all the guns were pointing at me, I said no, thank you.
That's kind of where I expected you to be.
So the real question becomes, do I go for the boost and try to get an obstructed shot on Poe? It'd be at range 3. I figure no matter what I'm throwing dice at is getting 4 dice.
Yeah.
So I think that is what I am going to do, is I am going to boost to the left.
Yeah.
Gets me into the rocks, which is where I really want to be anyway.
Yeah. It's okay, because all I'm going to do now is line up and take K-turn up and down this back corner, make you come back and fight me in this open spot. Oh, what's that? All of my ships are bumping it. Oh, no.
Oh, no. All right, so how did you do the range again?
Forgot. Let's have a look again.
Arcs.
Arcs. Show firing arcs. Alt F.
Alt F, thank you. Alt F. Now the question is, how do I get the one to see whether or not he is?
If you show lock options, that should also do it. Which was
no.
Control Shift L.
That's Control Shift L, and it did nothing.
Let me try. This is why we do a 90-minute timer. So looks like Zari would be obstructed, Paul would be unobstructed, and
So
Tally would be unobstructed.
So then I'm going to go ahead and
take, free.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take the shot at Zuri then for 4 dice.
Yeah.
Ugh. 2 dice. Ooh. Wish I'd have seen a little bit more paint there.
So
because it would have been nice to see it would have been nice to see a focus token to make that 4 hits.
Yeah, you're not wrong. So this is I mean, you could hand it if you want.
I don't think I'm within range.
Oh, you know. Okay.
Because you have to be range 0 to 1.
Yeah. What about the one on your other side?
What was the Control L? Yeah, no, I'm. Oh no! Look at that.
You've got it.
I am within range 1.
Are you gonna hand 3 hits
on 5 dice? Sure, why not?
4 dice.
5.
Oh, I get 5.
Yeah, you're at range 3 plus 1 for being obstructed.
Yeah.
Oh, and I will spend that force token for make that 4 hits.
Screw you.
I'll just Han
that. See? Oh.
Ooh, look at all that blank.
So I'll spend a focus token to get 2 evades and still give you half points on Zari.
Oh, drop them shields.
In fact, I won't spend my focus token.
You're going to go down to 1 hull.
I'm going to go down to 1 hull. But I get a focused shot back at you.
You do?
Yeah, that'll teach you. Because Zari's not coming back. I decided. Running away.
Yeah, they cleared that one up.
Yeah. So, yeah, Paul had no shot. No, so Zari is my only shot at you. And 2 dice. I'll spend my focus.
So that is hit crit 2 dice because it's range 3, one more because it's obstructed.
Yep, 3 dice and you get the hand reroll, and you
Mm-hmm.
still have a force to spend.
Well,
Would you
I
like
will
to hand
Han
me?
the. I'll Han those 3 blanks. Thank you. That's good. I'll take those 2 evades.
Okay. Yeah, see, this is why your list is bullshit.
And the
And
upside to this is, and I hate doing it because it's going to just be funny one time. But Chad's not heard the list because he hasn't been on the show, so he has no idea what I'm bringing to the table
well, fun, fun, fun.
for the whole family.
Okay, how am I gonna do this then? Um, there's no point being as aggressive as I was that turn because I've now got you into a rock. So now I want to take my time to line up again. First and foremost,
I am set when you are. No pressure.
oh, don't worry, man. I'm basically already set.
Oh, good. Flipping my force charge back.
And sorry to our listeners because I switched to a new mechanical keyboard, so I imagine this is annoying and loud.
That's funny because I was thinking the same thing as my mic is quite literally sitting right next to my keyboard. But I only have one dial to do, so I'm trying to be kind to my listeners.
Okay. All of these focus tokens go away. Okay, I'm set. So my entire list.
Mm-hmm.
And Zari. Oh, Ed, I
Oh
bump.
no. Oh no. Whatever you're gonna do. That
Well,
is
it's just,
blue on that dial, is it not?
yeah.
Yeah. So at least clears the stress.
What do you mean? If I bump, I still get an action because that's my power ability.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oops.
It's like, I do what I want, man. It's fine. And what I want to do is um, be ultra safe. I'm sure. If you do the hard 2 and chase me really hard, you could catch me. So I will.
I don't think the boost makes it, do you?
It should do because I'm at a 45-degree angle. And if you. So the straight wouldn't, but the one bank right should make it.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Played this game before. There's Zari not playing this game anymore. Okay.
This is where Jake would be really nice to kind of be coming in from the back and at least applying some pressure.
Yeah, I do not disagree. And oh, I've got a. Oh, is she awake? She just spat a dummy out for a moment.
So yeah, making Dad know I'm here. I'm still here.
So she's normally in bed now. Okay, I'm gonna have to go upstairs for a second.
All right.
So I'll
We'll
do
pa-
my moves and then
I'll do mine and then we'll
right as
pause there.
backwards as possible, and then I'm gonna banked boost. Obviously, she stops crying. That stresses me again. Lulo.
Everyone say hi to Evie.
Yeah, I'll turn that down. We've established that I'm playing Vassal instead of caring for my child. We've established that. Yeah. That clears Lulo's stress.
We had a 2 minute rule in those ages, by the way. If they cried for more than 2 minutes, that's when someone got up. Because sometimes they'd get up, they'd whine, and then they go right back to sleep.
It's literally just because she spat a dummy out.
Yep.
Do I want to go as forwards as possible? Yeah. And then I'll boost this one.
Before you leave, don't forget to pause the timer.
Yeah, I will not. Don't worry. Poe's the annoying one because I feel like you just catch him here. Um, focus winked action into a boost. So everyone will be stressed again. Okay.
All right.
She's stopped crying, obviously.
Okay.
I'll turn it back up so that the people can hear that I'm not just lying.
We're gonna go to.
Yeah, that's what I thought you would do.
I'm going to bank left. And I'm debating which is right because I think either arc I have Poe in, but I'm trying to figure out if the front arc is a better range. I think they're both range 2 and it doesn't even matter.
I think so.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with that and then just focus on. So, do you want to play this out, or you're good at the moment?
Oh, we're good, yeah. We're good. So no shot for Paul.
That was control.
Control
Wait,
F, I think, gave you a 2 side arcs.
so that says range 2. I thought it was control M.
Control M, maybe.
No, that just made me yellow. And now I'm red. And now I'm blue. So that's not it. What the hell? I'm writing this shit down. Show firing arcs. Alt F. Yeah, so actually you're out of the.
Oh, yeah, I've never been happier. You
it-
can shoot Tally, unfortunately.
I can still shoot my. Oh, yeah. Because he does not have a primary weapon.
No.
Wait, go back. I gotta zoom in on this to believe that.
Okay,
Yep,
that means that.
he's out.
See, that's because I'm good at this game. So you
It
have
is.
range 3 at Tally.
Range 3 at Tali it is. I'll harm
Can.
that.
Spend a force.
Spend a force to make that 2. Got it.
And get
And
2.
you're good.
Yeah. And I don't think I have any shots at you.
I think you do not. L that did that? No, that was Control M. No.
Oh, sorry. So Alt Shift D. Yeah, so the only person I could shoot would be Poe.
How do I get the firing arcs on the damn thing off again? Double Alt Shift D. That's what I did. Alt Shift D. They're not coming off now. Why are they not coming off?
I'm really, really bad at this. I feel bad for people watching.
Oh, right. One of these days we'll get good at it.
So I think we were talking about me being an absolute coward. So it's under arcs and it's down towards the bottom. Alt Shift F for a single turret. Alt Shift D for a double turret.
But
Should give you everything.
that's what I'm doing. Like I'm doing
Alt
that. I'm even
Shift
right clicking it
D.
from the option.
I don't know. Maybe it just hates you.
That's not it.
Or it's saying no ship in range, so maybe you didn't even have that shot at Tally. It's fine. So we were chatting about how I'm a giant coward, I believe.
I believe we were, yeah. And
Yeah.
how you've only ever seen the movie Alien once, which is one of my family's favorite movies. I'm a little concerned because it's now under Disney control, and I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
I don't know. I
Oh,
feel like
and
it's
now they went
fine.
away.
I turned it off.
What'd you do?
I right clicked and went right clicked on your ship, went show firing arcs, and show double turret arcs for Alt F.
Alt F. See, that's what I did. All right, whatever.
Okay, so now we need to figure out, folks, is how. Oh, this is bad. It's not the worst, but it's not great because we want Zari to live. Hmm. This might work. This could be a stroke of genius. Probably isn't, but could be. Um,
Chris, I forgot to ask you. I don't remember if you read the Game of Thrones books or not.
yes.
Okay, because we can get into a nice long side conversation on how do you feel about Game of Thrones 2 episodes away from the end?
Um, the show isn't as good as it used to be,
Agreed. Implicitly agree.
but I would like to see the end of it anyway.
Agreed. I'm in the crowd where we've had basically 3 setup episodes so far. All right, let me rewind. The Battle of Winterfell was super disappointed. I'm super disappointed because I genuinely believed that all of the minor characters weren't going to make it out alive. I thought Brienne of Tarth was dead, Tormund Giantsbane. I kind of predicted like Theon and Beric Dondarrion. I thought all those characters were going to die. I thought all the minor characters were going to die, but I also thought that they were going to lose, and that the Night King's storyline was going to follow them all the way to King's Landing, and that's where the end of the series was going to be, was with the Night King in King's Landing.
Yeah.
To have the Night King lose in the Battle of Winterfell without, and I hate to say it, but they Ryan Johnsoned and Snoked the Night King. You have
So
no
I
idea what
don't
he's there
think
for.
I don't.
He's basically just evil for evil's sake. Like, I'm gonna wake up in the morning, staple a baby to my forehead, and I'm gonna go out and kill things. I have no motivation. I have no reasons why. This is what I'm going to do. If you haven't seen, by the way, the end of Game of Thrones, or if you're not caught up in Game of Thrones, spoiler alert from now, because this is gonna get crazy.
I don't think you're wrong, but um, okay. So how am I going to do this? I think basically um, the problem they have is that they wrote themselves into a hard spot when they decided that they were going to do. Sorry, I need to grab that focus token. When they decided that they were going to only be 8 seasons, because I think when we get to a books, I think the Battle of Winterfell will be the end of one book, and then there'll be a whole another book,
To
not two
follow that.
episodes of a TV show.
Yeah, and they're trying. Where the entire first book took the entire first season to tell that story,
Yeah,
they've written themselves into a point where they have 2 episodes to finish that up.
yeah,
I agree with that. I think we of course we talk about this a lot at work. I have my Game of Thrones nerds at work, and we all sat down and talked about this. And one of the things that I had said in that conversation was that you can almost tell from watching the show at what point in time
Martin
D and
stopped
D
being in charge.
that
Yeah,
well that they started running out of printed material to go off of, and that they were going off of outlines and not detail. And it started somewhere towards the mid season 6 and has gone on from there. And that's where some of the weird shit starts happening in the series, where you've got things like fast traveling Gendry that ran all the way back to Castle Black, send a message to Daenerys, and boom, they're there to save Jon. Like, wait, how the fuck did that happen?
yeah.
Oh shit. I thought he was gonna make that easy. I ended up hard threeing Han into a rock.
Oh dear. Um,
I'll just Han that.
yeah, you will.
That's
See,
better.
it's fine. Nothing bad ever happens to Han.
Ever. Except for the fact he's gonna have to run over a rock again.
Yeah. So the question you need to ask yourself now is: do you want to rotate your arc now, so you regen the force next time.
Yeah, that's probably right. So that was the control M. I'll go ahead and move that. That's not control M. How do you move the arc again?
Alt M.
That's what it was. It's not control, it's alt. That's what I was doing wrong. There we go.
Okay, I have no shots. You have no shots.
Back to dials.
Yeah. So well, I think obviously I I didn't think the Night King was gonna win
No, neither
because
did I. I don't think anybody genuinely thought he was.
you can't because there's only 3 episodes left at that point. So the Night King can't win unless you're gonna, is it Deus Ex Mechanica, a solution to a Night King in the next episode. So I thought it was gonna be an episode and a half for Battle of Winterfell. I was pretty sure that it would be um, that ends when they've breached the walls and all the horrible things wake up in the crypt type thing. That's what I
Yeah, I could see
expected to
that.
happen. Then the next episode starts with like John and Danny coming to a rescue type thing, and however you want to do it. Arya turns up. Maybe the Red Lady turns up then. I expected closer to that point for there to be, and then you have the same feast and everything, but it's just half an episode,
Yes.
and that gives you 2 full episodes to deal with Cersei. Which
With no
by deal with
with no
Cersei,
Starbucks coffee cups in the shot.
so I didn't even see it because you're expecting to see cups on the table. It's a feast. So I get it, it's funny, but I don't think it's, as meme worthy as people made out.
It's a mistake. People make
Yeah.
fun of it.
Oh yeah. You set
I am set. Yes, sir. Sorry. We started talking Game of Thrones.
it no. So Zara is running as fast as he is able, and he will focus and boost because his arc's already to a rear. So if you don't kill me, I'll get to shoot you.
Yay!
Glad I went down to 1 hit point. Makes it easier. And this guy, Lulo, doing a 1 heart. Then I'm gonna have to barrel roll. I'm not sitting here.
I happen to agree with you. Like, I am, of course, going to watch the last 2 episodes. I am going to sit down and try to enjoy it because ultimately, in the end, whatever happens in the end is what was supposed to happen at the end, as far as whoever's still alive, whoever's still dead. But watching this last season has motivated me to want to make sure I read both of those books when they come out because I
Yeah,
know it's going to be better.
yeah, I agree. I'm pretty happy and excited for it. I'm not like so. Game of Thrones went downhill after Martin stopped after it stopped being his material.
Yep.
When they had to write their own, it became a HBO show.
Yep. Now wait, I'm going to tie it back into Star Wars. You know that they have a trilogy for Knights of the Old Republic era, right?
Yeah.
And they have no printed material that's quote unquote canon.
Oh, but so the problem's the wrong word. The thing with it is, that is all fine because they get to build their own sandpit to play in.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas what drew people into Game of Thrones was George R. Martin's sandpit, and then they had to try and keep it from there. So, okay, so I've got a nice gun line spread across the bottom of the table, and
Yes, you
my
do.
bait running away.
Yes, you do. And I am going to follow that bait.
Well, I think you had to. Once you turn that way, you have to try and kill him now.
Yeah. I debated doing a 3, but I thought what you were going to do was going to turn back into the rocks, and I was going to end up bumping you and not getting the shot, and then you were gone again.
Hmm.
So we know that this is
So, whoa. Paul shoots first. Not really, I don't think you're in range, but I'm going to check anyway.
You're right.
I forgot what buttons do now.
Control F.
Nothing. No shipping range. Let me
Okay.
just try this one for you, Ed, see if this actually works. So arcs, double turret options, Alt Shift D. Did nothing. Okay.
Yeah, it's not working. But if I go with the front firing arc one, I know you're in range 3.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I will take that shot.
Good. You gonna hand that?
I'll just Han that. Oh,
Ah, worse.
worse. It does happen sometimes. It does happen
Oh
sometimes.
yeah. I get to keep my focus for my attack back now.
Damn it.
Okay. So if Paul wasn't in, Tally definitely isn't in. I'll check Lulo.
I've been chasing this damn A-Wing all fucking game.
So this is what you wanted me to do, but I just killed mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're out of range with Lulo. This makes me sad. So it was range 3.
Yep.
Oh,
Ooh.
I don't even need the focus. Hit crit.
All right. Rolling 2. I'll just Han that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, better
even
for Chris.
worse.
2
2
shields off arm.
blanks. All right, this is where it's gonna start going downhill now.
I somehow doubt. Well, no, maybe if I can get multiple shots on target this round. So this is what I was talking about. Trying to put you in a position where, no matter which one of your 8 options you pick, they're all the wrong one.
Yes.
So you've got basically either the 3 bank, staying where you are, or turning in. I can cover all of those positions with my moves now.
Yes.
And I'm going to. I'm going to try. But it probably costs me Zari.
We shall see. Every chance I've had to kill that damn thing is blown up in my face. How are we on for time, by the way? So,
35 minutes left, yeah.
oh, we're good. I'm gonna sit down and print out my Vassal cheat sheet again, so I know all the damn
Yeah, I'm
hotkeys.
thinking that I probably need to. This is going to be terrible. This is going to be oh so bad. And I love
Bad,
it.
bad for you or bad for me?
Bad for me, because I'm gonna commit onto you. Like, yeah, watch me catch this hand and get half points on him, then the game's effectively over, and what'll happen is you'll just fucking blow me up. You'll shoot me, and I'll be like, oh look, I'm dead. Cool.
No shit, I'm dead.
Okay. I need to do that one here. And hopefully we should be able to show off what I was talking about. Of even if I cover all of the options, it means that some of my ships were wrong. So I can never get all 4 of them shooting at you, theoretically,
If I play it right.
if you play it right. So I am set.
Free bank, boost.
No, no. 2 straight
Oh, interesting.
and focus. Because I want to be able to shoot you.
Hmm.
So I'm basically, he's trying to block off your boost options if you go this way.
Mm-hmm.
So if you 3 bank, you might not fit your boost now. Lulo is going to try and make you not want to just stop where you are.
Or at least make me think about it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to zoom in.
No. Take your time.
Um, yeah. Let's see. I think. Okay, let's try this. Um, oh, I could go that way. Yeah, I'm gonna try and barrel roll left as forward as possible, and then a straight boost. Stresses me.
Interesting.
Look at that nice juicy target that you've not shot yet.
I know.
Tally. Perfect.
Ooh.
I've played this game before, Ed.
Ooh.
That rock I hit earlier was just a cheeky, like,
it was a
feint. Trying to
feint.
suck you in.
Lull me into a false sense of security. I'm not going to hit that rock again.
Speaking of, so I need to go right as forward as possible. Then, do I stress? Yeah, I think we do the banked boost here. So I'm going to get a load of arcs on you, but they're all going to be unmodded, apart from heroic.
Right, which is, with 2 dice, is actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's fine. I would rather they were all target locked focused shots. So now, do I go all out for this and black one, or do I save it? I think I'll just save it for now. So Poe's going to target lock, stress to focus. And then I'm done. Okay. A whole host of bad choices, hopefully.
There are a whole host of bad choices. I think.
So you've dodged one arc.
Yeah, no, I knew I had that one dodged. I'm going to be taking range 3 shots from Poe. I have an opportunity to get Zuri off the board.
Yeah, if you rotate. Well, if you're going to use Luke to rotate.
Right. I think that's the choice I'm going to make. So I'm going to go ahead and put.
For your action, probably focus if you're going to use Luke to rotate.
Correct. I was debating doing a boost, but it's not going to get me out of Poe's arc, and it actually might draw me closer to him. So I think I'm going to do that, and then we determined that was Alt M that rotated that.
Yeah.
So I will flip that force token. Done.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Poe shoots first. Yeah, it just doesn't do anything, does it? It's terrible.
Yeah. I have to reach out to Mick, say, hey, what's up?
It's range 3. You were correct.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to use heroic.
Yeah, why spend the target lock when you've got heroic?
So you can shoot Poe here. I think I'm okay with that. So I'll spend my focus.
2. So I get 2 back. Oh.
Check the range on the rock.
What is it's control L again? I don't think that I'm in it.
No.
Nope. I think I'm just gonna take the 2 because I need to be able to get him off the board.
So you've got Kanan's force, remember?
Oh, that's right. Good point. Thank you. I will flip that.
Yep, so just one. Hands down to 2 shields now.
And that is Control Shift S. Or is that Control Alt S? I think it's Control Alt S. Now that I'm thinking about
Yeah,
it.
Control Alt S sounds right.
Thank you. All right. Han shoots next. Control M? Or is it Alt M?
Oh no,
Give me
Alt
the.
M was rotating your firing arc. See,
Uh,
you want to Alt M again to
yeah,
put
to
it
get that
back.
back to where it was. What's
Okay.
the firing arc? That's the.
Uh,
We're so bad at this. Show firing arc, Alt F. So that puts you at range 2.
yep.
All right. Rolling them bones. Oh, the paint.
Uh, um. Oh, there we
Ah,
go.
damn it.
Natties.
I have been shooting at this damned A-Wing all game.
Yeah, I think we can say that he probably should be dead now.
Mm,
Oh, sorry, I just
I
turned him off for you.
Thank you. I keep hitting the wrong button.
So Lulu has no shot. Tally was probably range 2. Uh, yep.
Yep.
1 hit.
One die. Safe.
Safe. Then you said Zarya was range 2.
Correct.
I'll spend my focus for another one.
And I'll roll mine. Another
And
evade. Oh, ho, ho.
so I got a shield there.
You did.
Everyone knows that just 1 damage is the best when you've got R2 coming into a game. Oh, I hate me.
Uh,
Okay, how am I gonna do this? Okay, I think I know where I need to go.
I think I know where I need to go.
Hmm. Think we just do that, and then Paul is the hard one. For some reason. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. I don't even know why I'm trying to fight you, Ed, because I think strategically the best choice for me right now is to just try and run back down into that open bit where there's no rocks. Because like you've struggled to like you need to kill one thing or half point 2 things. Unless you half point Paul, but if you half point Paul, I've got 2 charges on my R2 Astromech to get shields back.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm set.
This is where if this was on the table, it'd be so much easier for me to do that. I need to get those cardboard cutouts of the measuring sticks. Like, where does that land me? Because I'm in a debate between 2 different maneuvers on what's going to land me where.
Hmm. Bet you wish you had the hard one.
I do. I do wish I had the hard one. But it was ridiculous on this ship.
It was. I think. What would I do were I in your position?
Quit.
No, I think I would probably dial in the one bank right. I don't know about the 2 hard left. The 3 hard definitely queers, but you're a bit far into a corner then. Um,
Oh, well, I forgot to put my dial in ship. I'm sorry.
no, that's all right.
I've actually had I haven't touched the keyboard. I had it picked. I totally forgot I hadn't dropped it.
No, it's fine. I don't mind. And I will do Zari. Just,
Yep, doing what Jake should have been doing.
doing his best anyway.
I'm gonna have to remember that with my game against Chad to really kind of play a little bit more careful with Jake.
Then I'll do the boost left, I think, just in case you give me a firing arc. Because, I mean, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
These things are so good. That's ridiculous being able to do that.
Now that's their only firing, correct? I just
The
want to
mobile, yeah, they don't have a primary.
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
Yeah. Willow is probably the easiest to do next.
Oh yeah, no, that's kind of a given.
We'll grab a target lock.
Might as well while you're there.
And then I think I'll. Does the bank boost take me too far? We'll just boost straight. Which keeps me stressed. For 1 extra attack, 1 less agility. Towie. This is a weird one.
No, and then you're gonna rotate the arc. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah, I wanted to focus first though, so I can't focus it first because of pause move because I'm bad at the game. Okay, so I'm gonna barrel roll. Right. As forwards as possible. That's not
or
what
not.
I meant. That's not what I meant. I meant right. I don't know why I clicked left.
I've done it twice today, so.
Then I'll rotate my arc. Alt M. Alright.
Yeah, you did. You rotate. There he goes. There you go. It's just taking a second to catch up.
Yeah. Then Paul doing the 1 bank. He's already okay. This is the turn, I think, where Paul gets to have you. Okay, we're ready. We're ready for it now, Ed. Oh, you're getting out of all those arcs. I wasn't sure if it would fit or not. It makes your next move more difficult. Oh.
Ooh, look at that.
Oh, remember you don't have a 1 hard.
No, I have a 2.
Okay.
I just need to kill it. That's the trick.
It gets tight for you staying on the table is all I'm worried about.
I know. I was in debate on how to do this. But okay. I think... Oh, this is... Show firing arcs again. Damn it, is
so Paul goes first.
Yeah, why can't I remember that? Alt F.
Range 3 at Han.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think he spends that.
Focus.
Yeah.
Yep.
3 hits.
Oh, I forgot to flip my force token over.
Yeah.
I'm only flipping 1.
Yeah,
yep.
You should have 1 because you spent 1 on defense last time.
2. Oh, I'll just Han that.
Yeah.
So still I will take. Yeah, it's still 2. So I'm taking
a shieldless. So
and a hull.
You know, if I don't get to it's only 2, so you should have no. You should still be on full hull.
Right, I'll put that card on top, and then the next one that goes there.
Yeah, it's fine.
So that goes Alt Shift S 1 2.
It just means that you can't inertial dampen us now,
Yeah, I know.
unless I put damage on you. So you
So it's
need Lulo to have a shot now.
okay with that. I'm pretty sure that we can go with the range. No, it's
Yeah,
Alt
it's
F.
range 1.
Yeah, it's Alt F. Dumbass.
Yeah, Zari should be dead now.
Yeah. Range 1 into Zuri. 4. Mm,
Spending a force.
I'm debating haunting.
Not a bad shout.
But that's 3 hits out of 4. And you've got to focus.
So
All right, it's a.
you need 1 health. You only need 1 hit through. I've
Mm-hmm,
got heroic and a focus token.
right. So I'm going to go ahead and haunt it.
Yeah.
Damn you, Han! 2 focus for those who are only listening.
You should have spent a force.
I should have just spent the force.
Are you going to spend it at all? Are you going to keep
At
it
this
for
juncture, no. I'm
defense?
going to save it for defense.
Okay. Well, I will see if Willow has a shot then, because that will be the only one.
Damn. The number of times I have fired at this damn A-Wing.
I think
And
it's good.
the amount of red dice that I have thrown at this A-Wing to kill it.
Willow doesn't have a shot.
All right.
Out of range. Zari's arc is in the wrong direction. I even think the front arc would be out anyway. Okay. So, fingers crossed, you just fly off a table, and then we can go back to mocking me for not liking scary films.
Mm-hmm. That could work for that. We'll find out here in a second. Really missing that one bank or one turn right now.
Yeah. The only choice you have is a 2 hard in one direction or the other.
Yep.
Alright. I don't envy you picking which one you go. But for me, the game becomes pretty easy now.
Yep. I was banking on the fact that I was going to at least kill the A-Wing.
Yeah.
And start... Because I don't think I fired shots at any other ship.
I think you shot at Poe once, but it was like right at the start of the game.
No, because I had one shot at Poe and one obstructed shot at Zuri,
Yeah.
and I took the obstructed shot. So I had a shot on him and chose not to take it. I chose to take it on this A-Wing that I've been chasing across the board all game.
Yeah. The best thing is that is my most expensive A-Wing.
If I can kill it, we can get into it. How many points? Just out of curiosity.
44, so I'll still be winning by 3 points.
Okay, by 3.
Yeah. Okay, I'm set, by the way.
And I'm flipping over my force charge. I'm ready.
Okay. And I'm going to focus and rotate his arc. Alt M.
Yeah, it doesn't know that it can only do front and rear, so whenever it does it, it goes to the left or the right.
Yeah.
Who knew A-Wings would be this hard to kill? My TIE fighters aren't this hard to kill.
Damn it. I should have done 3 bank, I think. Oh well, it's going to be a turn without stress for Lulu. It's fine. Focus and he'll boost. She will boost, sorry. pull.
Yeah, this is the one I'm concerned more about than anything else.
It's just going to sit here. Right? So I think that would mean if you go left, I probably get you. If you go right, you.
I bump and then you get me.
Oh, I'm so bad. I didn't rotate the arc with Tally. That's fine.
No, go ahead.
No, I couldn't have because I needed to boost anyway.
Oh, gotcha.
I forgot that it was facing the wrong way. That's just me.
Oh shit! I didn't even put my die on the damn table. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Ooh, still on the board.
Okay.
I will go ahead and put a focus token on, flip a force charge to rotate that arc. Alt spin. And that is alt. Oh wait, I keep forgetting. You shoot first. It's Poe.
Yeah. Pull is. I can never remember what this is. Control Shift F, range 3. Okay. I think I've got to spend his target lock here, haven't I? With hit crit showing.
Yep, I agree.
Spend
And then
his
spend
focus.
that. I don't think I'm in range for the. Nope, that was the only downside to this. So it is just one. Take a hit and a crit.
Oh yeah.
So hit. Here's the crit.
Oh no, wrong way.
Wounded pilot.
And that. So.
then
You. Oh, in fact, Ed, you should have. No, you can only R2 when you've got damage, can't you?
Correct.
Yeah. So.
That's why I didn't do it.
Yeah. No. A wounded pilot.
After you perform an action, roll one attack die on a hit or a crit. Gain the stress token.
That's.
Shots back.
Yeah. Range 1 at Zari.
Dun-dun. Come on, Han. Are you kidding me?
Spending focus.
I have no choice. Yes, I've been shooting at the same damn. Oh wait, I didn't mean to add that.
Yeah.
I meant to click that one. So it's only 2, even though the log's going to say 3.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
I'll spend his focus.
Like no paint, nothing that I can spend a force token on. It falls into the same category every time I roll dice.
It's been a difficult one because obviously it's easy to say now that I made the right choice to take the 3 damage, but I could have easily been dead multiple times.
Yep.
Range 3 obstructed from Luo. Spend it for 2.
So that's 3 from Han.
And then if I get any damage here. Okay.
I will obviously flip a token to flip one of those to an evade. I only take 1.
Yeah. But that means you can't get outside of half points anymore. If you were still at 6 hull, R2 would put you back to 7 and you regen the shield, which would take half points away.
Oh shit, you're right.
So I've now got 116 points to your 22.
How much time's left anyway?
8 minutes.
Yeah, so okay. I don't think it makes that much of a difference.
So I definitely 5 forwards with Zari now.
And
Paul will do a 2 straight and then a 2 hard swam. Lulo would probably would basically get away from you. Lulo would probably be your only shot. Tally would be 2 hard in as well. In fact, Lulo could probably do a 2 hard and boost away, and then I just run to your let me clone a ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just run down to this area down here.
Just an unlucky game. Like if I'd have got, so that's the thing that kind of drives me nuts. Like if I'd have, first of all, this whole thing started off poorly. She was on a rock, no tokens. I couldn't get damage through. That was the four blanks. Like to start off.
At that point, you had the right shots, I probably would have started shooting at a different ship.
Yeah, and I think I kind of got
Because,
focused in on that
yeah,
one.
once you would just keep shooting at Zari, I I don't need to stop chasing you until you've finished her off.
What I should have done on the opening exchange is I should have taken the shots at Poe, and he should have been the one I was following.
Mm.
He's a little bit harder to put through, and I mean, and taking shots from A wings the whole time.
Uh, there was a good
My
uptime on the shots. I mean,
my plan, of course, is like, okay, I'm going to pick that A wing off, and then I'm going to go pick that A wing off, and then I'm going to go pick that A wing off, and then in the end game, leave it as just Poe and Han with perfect information on where you are.
yeah. So I think the mistake you made was playing the game, as in, you set up to try and kill something. You probably want to wait, be a bit more patient. Obviously, I was rushing you because
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to give you that time. Um, I would have kept Jake and Han flying in the same direction because it made it easy for me to not worry about just trying to kill Jake.
Because if you're going to try to do it, you have to deal with both ships instead of just
Yeah,
one.
I got lucky to kill Jake because he went down to but Lulo got like 3 damage in one shot, didn't she? Or
Correct.
didn't he? Yeah. And that finished Jake off. Um, I never needed to, never had heroic on defense,
No.
only on offense, so that was fine. I didn't roll. I think your red dice were probably a bit low, but then you were like this time you effectively lost the game here because you were outside of range 3 of this obstacle.
Yes.
So outside of range 1 of an obstacle.
Yes.
So the times you took damage were when our hand's ability was turned off.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's absolutely right. That is
So
actually a good. That is a good evaluation. You're right.
um, when you were near the rocks, I think I managed to do like 1 damage to you. The turns you weren't, I was getting 2 or 3.
Well, and I think what I
Um,
did is like, so I did that stupid 3 straight because I wanted to kill Zuri, and the right move there was the 3 bank and boost and taking shots on Poe.
yeah, I wouldn't have put myself in a position where the only moves I had were to do the one of the hard turns,
Mm-hmm.
especially when obviously you didn't know it when you moved there, but then when I turned off your option to inertial dampeners,
Yeah. Well,
um,
because that was genuinely what I was hoping to be able to, would be able to happen. I was just able to stop and then fire at the next ship that came along. But
yeah, um,
lessons learned.
maybe I when you were up in let me grab when you were up in this position up here and
Mm-hmm.
Zari was over here, maybe because in fact no, you would have been because you were just outside of range
Yeah.
1 of this rock,
Correct.
and I think I was here pointing like that way.
Correct.
Maybe the target lock would have been better rather because I think I talked you into the focus more because you
Well,
were going to
so
spend a force to turn it, but maybe the target lock would have been better. Um, I don't know.
I'll go back and watch it whenever we put it up on the channel. I think losing Jake as early as it did really changed the focus on the game. And when that happened in my mind, I'm like, okay, I need to start picking up ships one at a time. So I didn't necessarily mind chasing one ship because I wasn't getting shot by 3 others. And that was kind of the logic going through my head was if I can kill this one, I can scoot past and pick off another one, like single those out.
Yeah.
It's just
Um.
unfortunately every time I roll dice at you,
Yeah.
and you're right, every single time I took damage, it's because Han was not sitting at range 1
And that
of
goes.
a rock. I mean,
I think my strategy for my rock placement, trying to drag it
yeah, that was huge.
out, because I knew where I wanted the battle to take place. Um, and if you wanted to chase him, you had to go that way. Like, so I wanted a nice tight cluster. So you've got that little triangle where that Poe's in the middle of now.
Mm-hmm.
So like those are all just outside of range one of each other. So that really reduces the hand bubble for those three rocks.
Yeah, and that is actually a really good turn zero placement for
Yeah.
those.
Um, the one in my that I in the bottom, like this one that I'll stick Zari on for people who are watching, in
Mm-hmm.
my bottom left, was isolated, but gave space for you. Like that's why I was surprised you didn't go that way and then boost in towards that rock when you turn. I didn't expect you to turn up onto the table, which is why I flipped
Oh, you
Zari's
mean whenever
arc.
you mean down here when we're down towards, hang on.
No, as in literally this turn here, I thought you would have gone to here and then boosted over here.
The reason, so the reason why I didn't do that is because I knew you could just do a two straight and block me. And then I'm sitting there with Poe in my ass.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
like,
If I block you though, I turn hands rolls on because you're closer to those two rocks,
oh, that's a good argument.
and you've got force.
That is a good argument.
So being blocked would have probably been better for you.
Yeah, you might be right. Now that I'm thinking about that, you might be right. Oh well, it was a fun game. Thank you for letting me play.
No, it was
uh,
good.
I, I'll I'll be a little bit more primed for Chad tomorrow night whenever I get out,
Yeah.
because I quite literally have the whole list right here, all
So
prepared.
remember, if hand bumps, and you're within range one of a rock, you still have the hand reroll. You can still rotate your turret with Luke, and you still have the Kane and Force for a mod.
Right. So like he's really not
So
unmodded.
he still has target lock,
Oop,
calculate, and
oop, oop. I've
rotate.
got actual plastic X-wing ships that I'm gonna roll dice with.
Yeah. Oh, it's good. Make sure you. Well, we won't be recording until Saturday evening
At
at,
best,
at
potentially.
best. So, yeah. What are we on for recording time anyway? So we've been going for an hour and 45-ish minutes.
Yeah, that's a good.
So
That's a.
shall we finish off mocking me? You were asking me about it. So
Oh yeah.
I
I never
haven't
got
watched
around
this.
to it.
Yeah, I haven't
Yeah,
watched
have
the
you
second
seen?
trailer because I haven't watched the first one. I'll probably watch it on like Netflix or something when I can like hide behind Jill or hide behind Evie to keep me safe. Um,
I don't know which streaming service it's going to be on. I ran out and bought it on Blu-ray because we loved the movie. I was a huge fan of the book, huge fan of the original series from the 80s. I still, and I don't know if they haven't done it because they haven't done chapter 2 yet and I haven't seen it. I still wish Tim Curry had played some sort of cameo in that movie. I think that they could have tipped a hat to a great actor, a great human being, and he could have been like a shopkeeper. He could have been the librarian. Just a one line in the movie to say, "Yep, we love you, Tim. Thanks for all the good work." But and don't get me wrong, Bill Skarsgård is really really good. As it, I still think Curry did it better. And I'm
mm,
not. It's not a detriment to Skarsgård's performance. It really is good. And like for the kids who had never seen the movie, I mean, he's scary as hell, but it's modern scary where they do some of the camera trickery and some of the CGI, whereas Tim Curry just fucked with your brain. Like he was terrifying on a level that, like, still to this day, I could see that man and I'm like, ugh.
so
Still gives you the
for
willies.
some reason, I think that Hollywood has it in its mind that 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 we've moved past that kind of psychological fear and terror, and that everything has to be shown to you to be scary, and this is why it's scary because this is what will happen and this is how it will do it. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to think of so it's a difference between like Alien
And
and
aliens.
yeah, like Alien.
Exactly.
If I can sit and watch Aliens now because that's an action movie and not get scared,
Exactly. So
I
it's
still
interesting you
can't watch Alien without
It's
being
interesting you say that. So, like the movie that my son, my oldest 14-year-old, thinks is this one of the scariest movies he's ever seen was The Babadook. And obviously, you're not a scary movie fan, so you may not have seen it. It is on Netflix if you're interested, but you never see the monster the entire movie. You have hints in the corner. You have a little maybe glimpse in the back, but that's it. And
yeah.
that was more scary to him than oh look, someone got their arms ripped off, woo, like that kind of thing. But that's why like Alien, they say that has one of the scariest scenes in all of theater. It's not the chest burster scene that you see everything. It's the Dallas getting killed in the vent, and all you see is like 8 frames of like hands reaching out to you. Like that whole claustrophobic scene, like that build up to that scene was so scary, and I think that still translates today. I think you're right. I think that, oh, we've got to do these CGI monsters because that's what everyone wants to see. But I don't think that that's scary. It's actiony, but it's not scary.
Yeah. No, it's really good, and I I think there's a difference now in going back to Game of Thrones, and like we can even throw something like Infinity War in there.
Ooh, yeah, we
That
haven't even touched that yet.
the cinematic experience of something I can still enjoy, but it doesn't make it like a good film.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Infinity War is good. I enjoyed it. I don't know that you. I don't know that I consider it a classic movie. I don't
No.
know in 20 years I'll come back and want to watch it again. I honestly I don't know. I'm not saying that in the negative. I'm saying it in the neutral. I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
I know watching it made me want to go back and watch Iron Man again, and I own them all on Blu-ray, and obviously they're all just come back onto Netflix. But it's kind of like
Yeah. For the
the
brief
new
period of
Star
time that they're
Wars.
allowed to do it.
Yeah, it's kind of like the new Star Wars stuff as well. I enjoy them when I watch them, but I haven't gone back and watched them again. Whereas in trying to think of a Platoon,
Ooh.
I could put Platoon on now. I've seen it. Must have seen it over 50 times easily, and I could watch because it's one of my movies that I'd watch when I'm painting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and um, that I don't know. I feel like a lot of films now rely on hooks and twists and stuff to really give you that thing of whoa, that was awesome. But then that takes out the on the rewatch, you know it's coming.
Yeah.
So
It's like watching The Sixth Sense the second time.
that's what it was called. So I was having a sorry, I was having a conversation today, like talking about Endgame, spoilers and spoiler culture,
Yeah.
and I was asking like how long is long enough for you to be able until you can talk about it, and it's like so. I'm pretty sure I said to you. In fact, the reason we recorded it was because I was going watching Endgame. So I've got a baby now. If we'd have both wanted to go, it would have been childminders going.
Mm-hmm.
So I went watching it on my own at 11 o'clock showing on opening night because I didn't want the movie to be spoiled for me, and I wanted to use the internet.
Ah, yeah, yeah, because you have to for your job.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
job.
understand.
Um, but equally, like I would discuss it with people who had seen it, but I wouldn't have. Like when we're in the store, we'd go in the back and chat about it. We wouldn't chat about it on the floor like the next
Yeah.
day because someone might not have seen it.
Yeah.
Then after the weekend, I'm a bit more loose with it. Then after the following Thursday,
Where
that
you've had over a week.
yeah, I I will talk. And then if you say, "Oh, but can you stop?" I'll stop. But then after like 2 weeks, like so are we on towards like 3 weeks now?
Yep, now we're into the third week, I
Yeah.
think.
So now it's like
If you haven't gone up to see it
if
yet,
me and you were in a coffee shop talking about it, and somebody next to us said, "I've not seen it yet. Can you stop?" I would I would have apologized and said, "Sure," like a week ago. At this point, it's like get fucked.
yeah.
Like you're entitled. If you wanted to see it, you could have seen. There's no excuses now.
Yeah, you've had
Like
3 weeks to go see
yeah,
it.
and so I was having that conversation, and I was trying to think of the like if you type into Google Kaiser Soze, a picture of Kevin Spacey comes up.
Yeah.
And it's like, fucking hell, Google, spoilers.
Yeah.
But
But
I'm pretty
the
sure that's
movie's
okay.
the movie's like 25 years old.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like,
yeah.
you know Bruce Willis is dead? Spoilers.
Spoilers, in case you didn't know.
Yeah. It's like, can you imagine the entitlement of if somebody writes in, or like Facebook's is now complaining that we just spoiled Sixth Sense or Usual Suspects for them? And the
Sorry.
stupid thing is, they're both great movies. If you haven't seen them, you should really watch them. I've
Yes.
ruined them for you,
But you
but
should
you
still
really
really
should.
watch them.
Yeah.
That's one of the things, and this is probably me getting old. There are certain things that I remember seeing younger in life that I didn't appreciate at the time, and then watching them again as an adult were much better. And I wish that I could watch those movies again
For the first
for the
time.
for the
Yeah.
first time with no knowledge whatsoever. Like movies like The Godfather. I wish I could watch, Star Wars again for the first time.
Yeah.
Maybe take some of my jaded old crotchety
See,
self away.
I feel like if you watch Star Wars for the first time now, you wouldn't like it.
Yeah, because of having seen movies like Endgame and
Yeah.
all the. Yeah, you're probably right. If
Yeah.
that movie were to be produced as is now, it wouldn't be nearly as successful. It'd be a B
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but like I find it really intriguing at the moment, especially because Endgame is such a big movie. It's breaking all of those records. You
Mm-hmm.
can't go anywhere without people talking about it. And people who like aren't in a geek culture or whatever you want to call us, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you
we
can't
we've
go.
spilled over into mainstream. If you have a
Yeah,
billion-dollar movie based on a comic book, like, come on, we were reading that shit whenever it was cool, before it was cool. We're the hipster
yeah.
geeks.
And it's like I'm not gonna lie and pretend that I was always an Iron Man fan. I was an Iron Man fan when the cartoons came out in the late '90s. So as a an older teenager, well, okay, 15, 16, so mid teenager, I suppose. I don't
Hmm.
know what, but so it's not like I was in at the start when he went and always read Iron Man. So I never really read comics. I watched the Saturday morning cartoons, the
Yeah,
Spider Man, X Men, Iron Man, all of those ones that had that run in the '90s. But
don't forget the
I,
Batman Adventures where Mark Hamill played the
oh,
Joker. Oh, so good.
that's so. I mean, still a fan of. I can watch. I can still watch Transformers from the '80s. Those three Marvel shows I just said,
Hmm.
but I'll watch them for nostalgia. I will watch Batman cartoons now for enjoyment as an adult.
Yeah, because they were so good. Like,
Yes.
again, that's another one of those things that
Like,
I remember because that would come on as soon as I came home from school, and that's the first thing that would come on. And I'd watch it and you're like, okay, this is kind of cool. But as an adult, having rewatched them, they're so dark. And they did such a good job of getting as best they could on a kid's cartoon.
so there's
The
some like the stuff with Harley Quinn and the Joker interactions is so like that
Yeah,
is grown up adult interactions and
yes,
entertainment. Like there's some fucked up shit in there for
yes,
a kid's
that there is.
cartoon.
And again, and the funny part for me is it took probably 5 seasons of watching that show before I even knew that Mark Hamill did the voice for the Joker,
Yeah,
because that's not Luke Skywalker. Like, that's not the voice I was using, and he's so good at it. He's so good at it.
yeah. He's my second favorite Joker.
Oh,
So I
oh,
see.
because I know where you're going. Your first is going to be Heath Ledger, and Heath Ledger
No,
did
I like Jack Nicholson, but
really.
again, that might be nostalgia because I love Michael Keaton as I love
So did
Mike.
I.
So Michael Keaton is the best Bruce Wayne.
Yes, hands down, couldn't agree
He's
more.
not the best Batman, but he's the best Bruce
Best
Wayne.
Bruce Wayne.
The
Couldn't agree
second
more.
best Bruce Wayne is Ben Affleck.
Oh.
Bruce
Okay, all
Wayne,
right, all right, all right, all right, all right. So if we put Bruce Wayne in that stage in his life where he is the older, okay,
yes.
Okay,
In the
I
setting
had to
that he
center
is.
myself for a second
Yeah,
before I
no,
spoke.
I know. But that's why I'm right, because
It
you
is why
think
you're
about
right.
how utter bullshit that statement is, and then you're like, no, wait a minute, why do I disagree with this? And then you go through it all.
Exactly, and that's what I did. You literally just watched me do that because I'm wait. Why am I disagreeing with this? Because he's right.
I I don't think Ben Affleck is a brilliant actor. In that I don't think he has a wide range. But if
No,
you get him within his range, I think he's a very strong actor. And that performance as Bruce Wayne, especially the Bruce Wayne when the tower comes down and like the emotional turmoil and all that, it's really
yes,
really good. In Dawn of Justice, is it that? No, Batman versus Superman.
yeah, it was Batman
Yeah,
versus Superman.
yeah. But
Terrible
yeah,
movie, but
so the reason I'm hesitant to have Jack Nicholson as my number one Joker is because I don't like that origin story for the Joker.
mm,
Have you seen the trailers for a Joker movie?
the Joaquin Phoenix one,
Yeah.
I like that one better because that's more the Killing Joke origin, isn't it?
I think that's what it's gonna be. It looks like it's gonna be loosely based upon the Killing Joke stuff. Because I don't want it to be a Killing Joke story because I feel like this is pretty controversial. I feel like the Killing Joke isn't actually a good story.
Mm-hmm.
The Joker origin stuff in the gives you an emotional tie to a character you already care about, and the shock factor of him doing what he does to Barbara. See, no spoilers.
Yeah, we
I
won't
won't
spoil the
spoil it,
Killing Joke. Yeah,
Um,
and you can see that on Netflix. They did a great job. Mark Hamill
yeah,
did the
Mark
voice.
Hamill. It was the only role he'd return for would be to play the Joker from A Killing Joke.
Yep.
And he does a really really good job.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
But I'm not convinced that The Killing Joke is the best Joker story by a long way.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. I love the origin story. So, all right, so I'm gonna have to remember what the hell the name of the artifact is that Batman finds eventually, but I know there is at some point in time Batman learns the true secret of the Joker and that there is more than one.
So is it from Death in the Family where he's got the Lazarus Pit and he's talking about the fact that there's always been a Joker, but then at the end of it you don't know if it's true or not because he might have just been making it up.
Well, so according to the story, there are three, which explains. Personally, myself, I think this is them. Whoever came up with this, I think, is trying to give DC way more credit than they deserve, because their ability to create a cinematic universe that quite literally spans from the '60s on, I don't buy,
No, and that's it. Like
because there's
you've got to take the Spider-Man side of it, where you have the Amazing Spider-Man and that's it, and Spider-Man.
and Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, and now
Yeah. Well, it's interesting from the comic books. You had two runs of comic books running simultaneously. Because
hmm
so for me, uh, MJ is the love interest for Spider-Man.
yes, Gwen Stacy,
I didn't know who Gwen Stacy was really.
right?
But for another group of people, that statement will be anathema to them.
hmm
Gwen Stacy and the death of Gwen Stacy is iconic, and it is. If that's a Spider-Man that you
That
know
you
and love
knew
and
and
grew up
loved.
with. But for me, the fiery redhead of MJ has always been,
I'm in
and
the same camp.
yeah, and I love the Gwen Stacy stuff is so dark, and it's such a better Spider-Man character because of it just part of what is it? It's the Rocky Balboa thing. It's not about how hard you hit; it's how quickly you get back up again and all of that stuff. And that Spider-Man gets beaten down so much, not by like being beaten up physically, but he loses Uncle Ben.
hmm
He he is responsible for not saving Gwen because he breaks her neck with the web slinger and all of that. And the book's called The Death of
Spoilers.
Gwen Stacy. Come on.
Yeah.
Give me a break, guys. Um,
Well, they
but
may not have known the Spider-Man angle to that. Now they do.
yeah,
And again, that was like 25 years ago, 20 years ago.
so I think my copy of that is probably so I got a deluxe copy of Wolverine Origins. So I don't buy comics, but I'll buy graphic novels once you
Hmm.
collect them. So I got a deluxe copy of Wolverine Origins, which I let someone borrow, and then they never gave me back.
Oh, fucker.
Um, and then my
There's a special place in hell for them, child molesters, and people that talk in the movies.
yeah,
Just throwing that out there.
uh, and I'm pretty sure some of my books are still in the UK. I'll have to check. I also we've pretty much used up the time I wanted to for this because we did have questions, but I'm determined to do them when we have the whole cast. So I'm just like
I
filling for
agree.
time.
I agree.
Right, we'll be a little bit of editing in here anyway, so we've got a few more minutes. But I've lost my train of thought anyway. Yeah,
Graphic novels. You thought
yeah
were still in the UK.
yeah the big ones that I've got here. I'm pretty sure I'm missing is Batman, the Dark Knight trilogy,
Mm,
and individually because it's three separate books when you break it down because it's written in three acts of Batman coming back to fight the mutants, the Joker coming back to fight Batman, and then Superman teaching Batman that his place, which
yes.
is Batman versus Superman story arc, basically. Um, but when you take them as a whole, it's such a good story. And like that was my first lot of painting in my cabinet back there. Is from the Batman game is the Frank Miller Batman and stuff.
Oh,
And
so
again,
good.
it's that aspect of it of like he's Batman's already done. And it's the same with um, that Spider Man. It's the ones who are like emotionally broken but keep going anyway because they have to.
Because they have no choice.
And that's pretty inspiring to me anyway. It's not all
Eddie,
about being. That's why I hate Superman. So
I
go.
I hate
I'll let
I
you
hate
go, and then I've got
I
one
hate
more.
Superman because I genuinely thought that DC was killing the character off, and I still have a sealed copy in my closet right now. If my wife went sleeping, I'd go get it of Death of Superman.
Yeah.
And then 2 months later, they bring him the fuck back. Any thoughts on? Were you a Watchmen fan?
Yeah, I like Watchmen.
Any thoughts on the new TV series? It's going to come on right after Game of Thrones, HBO.
Um, I've purposefully not looked too deep into it because I don't. So that's part of spoiler culture that I try to do is I try and avoid spoilers before the thing's even out because I want to
Mm-hmm.
go. I want to watch stuff with no preconceptions or the
Yeah, I've
minimal.
restricted myself to
Yeah,
official trailers only. I
yeah.
don't want to know because first of all, I don't know how the hell they continue that story.
And that's it's if it's a continuation of the story, or is it going to be a prequel set of a story?
So I think it's clear that Jeremy Irons' character is Vect because there's a scene in the preview trailer where he's got a birthday cake and it's got all the colors of Vect's uniform.
Yeah.
So I think it's entirely certainly clear that he is playing an older Vect character. So I'm guessing that this is a post
Well, that will be
Watchmen.
interesting then, because then you can take out a lot of the. You can handle a lot of the stuff that would be really dodgy ground, especially in today's culture, because the comedian and I can't remember the what's the name's mum, the
Oh, they
abusive relationship of that
oh,
is pretty like
why am I drawing
I
a
don't think
blank
they
on
could.
her name?
Yeah, I don't think you can tell that story now. I think there'd be too
You
much
could
uproar.
10 years ago whenever they did the movie, which I
Yeah,
thought was granted, okay, they didn't have the octopus. All right, they did not have the octopus and there's a couple of
yeah,
minor things like the comic book stuff that was going on with a kid reading the comic that was not in the movie. Okay,
yeah,
great. It has no bearing whatsoever
yeah,
on the story.
yeah.
But
But
beyond that,
Zin, you could. I don't think you could have the comedian as a central character, hero character
Mm-hmm.
of a series made today.
No, I agree.
And
Totally throws me off that the guy that played Negan's the guy that played the comedian too. I never drew that correlation until we rewatched it because we knew the series was coming out, and I watched let my son watch it because it's a bit of a visceral movie.
it handles some really dark shit.
Yeah, really dark shit.
Yeah. Okay,
But I wanted him to be prepared for the Watchmen.
um, so my reasonings for hating Superman and Doctor Manhattan falls in the same category. Is there is no point having a god feature, and like four kind of suffers from the same thing, but isn't on the same. It's Miss Marvel.
Yeah,
It is just it's pointless. So it's like, cool. Well, I'm Ant-Man. I can go small. So if you need me to pick up something you drop down the train, let me know, I suppose. But
yeah,
outside of that, Miss Marvel's got it. Do you want to go get shawarma? We
yeah,
all go for shawarma. She does it.
yeah.
So,
Just let her take care of it.
and they handled it really well in Dawn of Justice. Oh, not Dawn. Justice League film when Aquaman says to Batman, "What's your superpower?" It's I'm rich, and they laugh it off. But it's like literally, Superman is a god that can do what the only thing, and this is how I sell the like the DC Universe miniatures game. Like, yeah, you know that Superman in this game, Superman has laser eyes because he has laser eyes, but you are Superman's conscious and conscience. So the only thing that stops him from blasting the shit out of people with his laser eyes is him. If you
Yeah,
choose to just use his laser eyes to fucking kill everything, it's not a game, is it?
yeah. It's not very fun.
Yeah. Uh,
Superman wins. It's the
yeah.
way it's supposed to work.
And that's just it's like, oh well, I suppose we'll sit around until they figure out that Superman, especially like the way in the comic book, so Superman's got super intelligence. There's been like a comic where Superman has super reading. Like he flicks through the book really quick, and his brain processes it, and his eyes see it quicker
Okay,
than
I've
normal.
never. I dropped
Google
DC
it.
a long
I
time ago.
promise you.
I
It's
believe
from
no, I believe you
it's
because
from
they started
the
adding
golden
so many
age, but
powers to him.
yeah.
When the new 52 came out, I genuinely debated picking it back up.
So
Genuinely debated picking it
I've
up because
bought
Superman
for
was
the new
always my guy as a
52.
kid.
I got Batman and Nightwing stuff, and that's it.
And
I've
then they
not.
reset it again, didn't they? After
I
that?
don't know. I've not. I've not caught up. Like literally, this is in the last like 2 years. So just before Evie was born.
Hmm.
In fact, it was when my grandmother passed away, and I was flying back to the UK. I picked up the full 5 book series for Nightwing on the Apple comic book app thing.
Oh, there you go.
Um, and I've never been a big Nightwing fan, but I was reading the Batman New 52 stuff because I've got the Court of Owls models for the Batman miniatures game.
Uh
So I
huh.
was
As
like,
it ties
okay,
back into minis.
yeah. Um, and then I was like, Dick Grayson's pretty fucking interesting actually because he's it. Oh, no. Yeah. So this is tied all together. Is Dick Grayson is Jon fucking Snow.
Yeah.
He has the Targaryen blood, but he was raised by Ned Stark. It's a
Yeah.
perfect
That's a good
amalgamation,
analogy.
and Dick Grayson is that. He's been trained by Batman, has Batman's moral code, but not none of the bad dark side. He doesn't have what I would be very close to describing as Bruce Wayne's manic depression.
Yeah.
Like if Dick Grayson stopped fighting crime today, I feel like he could lead a happy life.
Yeah. He'd be all right with it.
Yeah, but there we go. So I was going to finish on the one interesting version of Superman that I like was from the Injustice video games, and they did a really interesting comic book run from it, and I bought them. So like, the game was on sale. No, in fact, it was on us at Crate Cup. I always buy something from the store, so I bought a copy of Injustice Year One, and the story arc from that is that the Joker is tired of playing games with Batman. So he goes to Metropolis, kidnaps Lois Lane, who's pregnant with Superman's baby, and then puts a nuclear bomb inside of her.
Oh, lovely.
And then Superman comes in to rescue her, but he's teamed up with the Scarecrow to have kryptonite, Scarecrow toxin laced with kryptonite, so that it can affect Superman. So Superman turns up, sees Doomsday, picks Doomsday up and flies into the sun, or goes to fly into the sun. The effect stuff wears off and he's carrying Lois. So he's out in space with Lois Lane. So she's dead. So he just snaps, comes back, rips the Joker's heart out, and then it's like, okay, this is never happening again, and goes on like the full-on Dr. Manhattan solo, like the world is, and then becomes the fascist dictator of Superman's real. And that's the plot line of the Injustice games. So that's a Superman.
I never realized that was the plot line of that. I just always thought it was a fighting game.
You should get just get year one. After that, it gets really wishy-washy. But Injustice year one is fucking tremendous. I would rank it up with a modern day. I think I was chatting to Chris Allen and it was Name Lee that we were chatting about it. And I was saying that for me, it is the modern day equivalent of Dark Knight Rises, Frank Miller book.
Ooh.
Dark Knight Returns, sorry. That's how good I think it is. So I'd recommend that. And because you have the perfect Batman character, but and Superman has the storytelling of it and the emotion it creates and the interactions are perfect. And it makes Superman an interesting character.
That's the only way that made him interesting.
Yeah, make him
is when he was a fascist dictator.
Yeah, you make him a bad guy, and it's all fine.
Then it becomes fun.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's a good place to stop. It's a little past where we wanted to go, but it is what it is.
By the time I edit it, we'll have a 2-hour show with the game in there, so we'll have content if we don't get to record on Saturday, and it doesn't step on anything we're going to talk about if we do record on Saturday. So
yeah, no, perfect. Excellent. All right. Well, I want to thank everyone for joining us. Hope you did enjoy the show. We did some X-Wing and some comics, a little bit of Game of Thrones and Endgame toss in there as well. So, Chris, thank you for joining me.
Oh, it's always a pleasure, Ed. Thanks for entertaining us all. And yeah, it's been good. Well, so at the very least, we'll have this split up into the game and our comic book chat.
Our in-focus comic book chat.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
That's cool. I enjoyed that.
Me too.
Yeah, and then we can talk about our game on our flight deck. So it'll be fun.
Perfect. I'll have 2 games to talk about. Woo! All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. And as always, fly casual. Thank you once again for joining the Lack of Focus X-Wing podcast. Check out Dice Hate Productions for all the latest episodes, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you again next episode.